good evening, afternoon, whatever the case may be. This is a 10-minute presentation for Dmitry Privin's reading and writing class. This is going to be a writing activity. It's for an hour-and-a-half lesson or so. The topic of the lesson is support your opinions. The level is for an intermediate to upper intermediate, maybe an advanced class, and it's an IELTS preparation class. So the purpose of the class is that by the end of the class, students should be able to write an outline in 5 minutes. As a background, for this is a class to prepare for the IELTS exam. The writing portion of the IELTS, there are 2 compositions that you have to write. One is to describe a chart or a graph or something along those lines, and the other is to express an opinion. This is in preparation for the opinion essay. You have 40 minutes to write an opinion essay, so I'm saying take 5 minutes to prepare what you're going to do. Take 5 minutes to write an outline, and that outline will save you time in the long run, because the last thing that students want to do is be writing their composition, stopping, thinking, okay, what do I have to say next? Okay, oh wait, I should have said that earlier, so now I have to go back and rewrite the whole thing. The students have to be made to understand that an outline saves you time. A lot of students don't like doing it, though. Okay, the first thing that we're going to start with for the class is the jigsaw, which is, I've sent an attachment of this. It's this one. And what that is it's a composition, not a great composition, obviously, but it's the sentences all get cut out in strips and put the class, let's say it's a class of 15 people. That's 12 is easier for math. Let's say 3 groups of 4. You give each one of them this composition in strips, and they have to find out, okay, what's the topic sentence? Okay, this is the first one. What's a support sentence? What's supporting that? And there's only one way that it can properly be assembled, so when they get it done, hopefully it'll make some sense. Once they've done that, we take it up as a class. Okay, so how did you know that this came first? How did you know this came second? How do you know that this came for? And activate their schemata, as the term goes. Then, once we have that, we have in the minds, okay, so we have to structure the composition. They have to have some thought go into that. What we do after that is I explain the rule of 3. The rule of 3 for composition, for rhetoric in English, in most languages, is that as a rhetorical device we like 3s. We like everything to come in 3s. Peace, land, and bread. Liberté, égalité, fraternité. Read my lips. No new taxes. And other such lies. So, the students have to understand, okay, first you start off with the question. Now the jigsaw that they've just done, that started with the first question on the list of the questions, IELTS questions that I had passed out. And that's most schools offer some type of physical education program to students. Why is physical education important? Should physical education classes be required or optional? So the first step is you give your short answer, which it's important and it should be required. Then you get the second. Then you need 3 reasons to justify that. So the first one is that students need a break from the classroom. Another reason is that there are far too many obese children in Canada. And finally, there are some people who don't want physical education in school. So you're giving an alternate opinion, not expressing it properly, so it backs up your story. Each one of those 3 supports, those 3 justifications, gets 3 justifications of those justifications. There's 3 points that support those 3 points. So that's 9 points. So you're well on your way to a good essay by that point, and you can turn it into an even larger essay by taking it to another step of 3. So what we'll do as a class after that is we'll take the next topic, which is the second one here. The second one. Some people believe it is important to allocate part of the school resources for art and music education, even if this means spending less money on time and time on academics. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages of devoting a portion of the school day and school funds to art and music education. Okay, so there we go. So that's the topic. So I present that to the class. So step one, short answer. And I've been given a class that is not artistically inclined, much like myself. And so the short answer that they come up with is art and music is bad. Okay, we don't need a proper thesis statement at this point. We just need the idea, because we're working on outlines. We're not writing a composition. We're writing an outline. So art and music bad. That's the topic. We need 3 things to support that. Okay, so I listed from the class, what are 3 reasons? And the examples that I've come up with here: 1, maths and sciences are more important for jobs. 2, art and music are home activities, extra activities. And 3rd, there's limited time and money at schools. So we've got 3 reasons that support our thesis. After those 3 reasons, what do? We support those 3 justifications. So math and sciences for jobs. How so? I want 3 reasons. For computers, for medicine, for engineering. Okay, that's 3. Art and music at the home. Can I have 3 reasons for that? And I listed that from the class. Okay, and we got it's family and culture. Some families value music more than others. I'm from ethnic minority B. My songs and music and art are different from him because he's in ethnic minority C. Whatever. Not everyone's good at it. And why should you be marked on something you don't have an ability with? I've done well in art, but I can't carry a tune with a bucket. And the 3rd is that it is irreconcilably time-consuming. If you know anybody who plays the piano, they have put more effort and more hours into learning the piano than most doctors put into medical school. And they do that as a child to learn this skill. So right off the bat, it's homework, really. And you can't put that into a class. Okay. 3rd reason, limited time and money at schools. We've already decided that phys ed is important. That was the jigsaw. You only have 7 hours in the school day for a lot of people today. And there's already lots of homework. And so for all these reasons, we make this construct, we make this outline to say why art and music don't belong in the school. I don't agree with that, but for the composition, that's where they decided to go. Okay, so we put that up on the board, on the whiteboard, and as we record it, that doesn't show up. But we start off with the topic, then the 3 supports, and then 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B, 3C, and then a concluding sentence at the bottom. There's your outline, and from that you can write a composition. You have 35 minutes left to do that, and now you don't have to be creative anymore. Now you can just look at that outline and turn those plots, those ideas, into sentences. Those sentences, then you can worry about adding in therefore, because, transitions, in order to make it a more appealing composition. So that's the start on that. So what I do then, and we've done that, is I would put up on the whiteboard or on PowerPoint, depending on how much of an advanced classroom I've got. Sentence number 3, topic number 3. In many parts of the world, people are relying more and more on prepared food from the grocery store or restaurants because they are too busy to cook at home. This is a bad idea because home-cooked food is much better for us. To what extent do you agree or disagree? And, okay, students, in pairs. I want you to make an outline. You have 6 minutes. And then for me as a teacher, I don't even walk around at this point. You guys are doing the creative thing. You do it. And then at the end of 6 minutes, okay, now those pairs break up, find another pair, and discuss what have either as alternated pairs or as groups of 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever the classroom dictates. And what they can do then is just get different ideas. Okay, well, how did other people come at this? And they'll realize that 1, a lot of the ideas are the same, and 2, that they had a lot of these ideas to begin with. That's great. So what I do then is we do it in pairs and give them 6 minutes and compare. Then we do, okay, for the last thing that we do is I want the students to do this alone. Don't ask your friends. You have 5 minutes, and this is going to be a timed exercise. Put your name on it, and I collect them at the end. There's however many students there are, should be able to make that outline. That outline is going to be step 1 of process writing. And there is a time limit. There's 5 minutes, no more, no less, with the names on it, coming back for me to mark. The students have to understand that the skeleton is, or that the outline is the skeleton on which you hang the meat of the composition. It's really, really an integral part to writing a complicated composition, and it is to their benefit. So, that's my 10-minute presentation on a writing activity. Are there any questions? Yes, Sonia. Sandra, sorry. Yes. Well, that's more of a comment than a question, really, but okay, thank you. Anyone else? Nope? All right, thank you.